Okay. So once again, good morning to everyone. Okay. So up to it, we can study various. Okay. My voice is audible, clear.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
येतंय ऐकू सर.
Okay. Okay. So up to it, we can study some of the basic parts of the image processing, and we start with our first point. We in last lecture also we can study what is the resolution, what are the different types of image resolution, what is the spatial resolution, and what is the grayscale resolution, and what is the importance of resolution. Okay. So anyone tell me what is the importance of resolution, image resolution? Yes. Yes. Anyone? What is the effect of higher resolution image, and what is the effect of lower resolution image?
Sir, higher
So if the
resolution will
image
give high quality of picture.
Right. So if the image having higher resolution, then it is easy to observe it. The quality of image is better as compared to lower resolution. So we can also take examples of various images, and in that images we can also uh, observe the change in resolution. So we can observe the various images. It may be a resolution of 1024 by 1024 up to 32 by 32. So as the resolution degraded, the quality of image also degraded. Okay, so the image resolution can also matters in the quality of image. Okay, so if we require higher quality image, then we have to consider higher resolution. But if the image resolution can be increased, so at that time also the size of image can also be increased. The storing capacity of the image can be also increased. So if we consider the 32 by 32 image, so it having a lower image and also it having a lower quality. But if we compare the storing capacity of higher resolution image and lower resolution image, okay, so in order to store the higher resolution image, we require higher storing capacity. So as we observe HD images, so the size of HD images, it might be a 10 KB, sorry, 10 MB, 20 MB, 40 MB, right? So we have a challenge to also reduce the size of image, right? So for that purposes, we can use a image compression techniques. So the purpose of image compression technique is that we have to reduce the size of image, but without degrading the quality of original image. Okay, so our aim is we have to reduce the, yeah, we have to compact the size of image, but the quality of image should be remains same. Okay, so for that purpose we can use a image compression. So that basic we can study in a fundamental steps of image processing. Okay, so now we have to study the most important part of unit number 1, that is the image acquisition. Okay, so it is a first block of the fundamental step of image processing, right? So we can study the different steps in image processing. It is a, there are 10 different steps. So that 10 step we have to study in our image processing part. It is in our first 5 units. So the first point, yeah, the first block is a image acquisition. Okay, can you, anyone tell me the definition of image acquisition? Okay, we can also define the definition of image acquisition in a only single line. Yes, can anyone? Yes, Mayuri Lokhande, संतोष, आपण एका लाईन मध्ये वी कॅन स्पेसिफाय द डेफिनेशन ऑफ इमेज ऍक्विजिशन. विसरलात का सगळे? कोमल काळे, फक्त वन साइडच कम्युनिकेशन ठेवायचंय का, वन वेज कम्युनिकेशन ठेवायचंय का? यस, कॅन एनीवन टेल? ओमकार इज देअर, ओमकार कदम. अमित धनुरे.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell the definition of image acquisition? We can simply, in a single sentence, we can define the image acquisition.
Collection of data through eliminating a particular object.
Okay. Okay, let it be. So everyone try to listen carefully. Okay, today I will provide the handwritten notes of unit 1 and the PPTs also. Okay, so everyone go through it. So whatever we cover in a present day, so we can revise it. Okay. So onward, if I'll ask any question, so you have to answer it. Is it clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we can define the definition of image acquisition in a single line. It is the process of capturing or the process of acquiring a image is called as a image acquisition. म्हणजे आपण जसं एक सिंपल एक्झाम्पल घेऊया. इफ वी कॅप्चर द इमेज विथ द हेल्प ऑफ आवर मोबाईल कॅमेरा. ठीक आहे, आपण मोबाईल मधून एक वी कॅन टर्न ऑन द कॅमेरा अँड वी कॅन क्लिक द इमेज विथ द हेल्प ऑफ कॅमेरा. सो दॅट इज कॉल्ड एज इमेज ऍक्विजिशन. म्हणजे आपण इमेज कॅप्चर करतो, त्या कॅप्चर करण्याच्या प्रोसेसला काय म्हणतात? इमेज ऍक्विजिशन. ऍक्विजिशन मीन्स द प्रोसेस ऑफ ऍक्वायरिंग. दॅट इज कॉल्ड एज अ इमेज ऍक्विजिशन. ओके, सो the capturing of image with the help of camera is simple, but what is the fundamental of behind this? How we can capture the image by using a single click? So that is called as a process of image acquisition. Okay, so there are basically three different techniques. So by using these three techniques, we can capture the image by using a camera. Okay, so we have to study these three techniques, and the three types of technique also important according to our exam point of view. So in exam, there is a question on any one type, or it may be on a three different. It may be a three types. Okay, so the first type is image acquisition by using a single image sensor. Second one is a image acquisition using sensor strip, and third one is a image acquisition using a sensor array. Okay, so in this slide, we can give an overview of these three types in a single slide. So also we can observe the three different diagrams. So first diagram indicates by using the single sensor. Second indicates by using the sensor strip, that is a line of image sensor, and third one is a image acquisition by using sensor array, that is a array of image sensors. Okay, so we'll study these three techniques. Okay, so the first technique is a image acquisition by using a single image sensor. Okay, so as the name indicates, what will it define? आपण नावावरून काय समजतं याच्यावरून? So it can use a single sensor. म्हणजे टू कॅप्चर द इमेज इट कॅन ओनली यूज अ सिंगल सेन्सर. आता तो सेन्सर कोणता असेल, काय असेल, राईट? मग सो द फर्स्ट टेक्निक दॅट इज अ इमेज ऍक्विजिशन by using the single image sensor. So it can use a single sensor. Now how it can indicate image, how it can represent image, so that we have to study it. So in this slide we observe the two figures. Okay, so first come towards the bottom of figure. So there is a one square box. So on that square box there is a some incident light. Okay, so all of you observe it. Okay, so in that there is a some energy we can call as incident light. So that can be fallen on a some sensing material. Okay, so we can observe here there is a energy, filter, power input, sensing material, and at the bottom voltage waveform. Right now, what is the exact meaning of this step? Now we have to capture the image by using a single sensor. So in this case, we can use a photodiode. Right. So when the light is falls on an object, yeah, the light is falls on a sensing material. So the incident light. Now here we can use a filter. Now what is the purpose of filter? Okay. So in various of devices, we have a noise. So in order to remove the noise, we can use a filter. But in this case, if we have to increase the intensity or the selectivity of light, then you can use a particular color filter. Suppose we can use a green filter, right? So our incident light consists of number of colors, right? So it may be a 7 colors. So out of that color, if we have to increase the selectivity or intensity of any one color, suppose we have to increase the intensity of green color. So in this case, we can use a green pass filter. Okay, so by using this filter, we can only highlight the green color. So which type of filter we can use? So that filter can increase the particular color. So if we use the red pass filter, so it can pass higher red light. If we use the yellow pass filter, so it can pass the only yellow color, which having a higher intensity. Okay, so in this way, we can convert the various incident light, so which is in an analog format. So at the output side also we can get a waveform. Suppose for example, we can provide the some input to the sensing material. So according to the input, the sensing material can provide the output. So in this case, we can provide the energy or the incident light to the sensing material. So the sensing material can provide also a output. So in this case, the input of sensing material in case of analog signal, also the output of sensing material is also in the analog format. But in order to represent the image, we require only digital format, right? So by considering this arrangement, we can get an image in the analog format. Everyone clear? Okay. So in this way, so we can sense the incoming light. Yeah, we can sense the intensity of light, and according to the intensity of light, we can generate some signals. So it may be a in the form of sine wave, it may be in the form of square wave, it may be in the form of triangular wave, right? So it might be in the form of analog format. But if we have to generate the image, always we have to represent the image into the digital format. Okay, so by using this arrangement, we can get an image, but that image in the form of analog signal. So it may be a sine wave or cos wave, any wave, which can be changes with respect to time. Okay, so in order to bring the image into the digital format, we can consider the second arrangement. Okay, have you observed it? Okay, so in second arrangement, so there is a one cylinder. So inside of cylinder, there is a one strip or one rod. Based on that rod, we can place a one sensor. So in this case, we can use a photodiode. Okay, so that can convert the analog signal into the electrical signal. Okay, so in order to form the image, now the basic criteria also we can discuss in earlier lectures. So in order to form the image, we have to represent the image into two orientations, right? That is a vertical orientation and horizontal orientation. That is in x-axis and in y-axis. Clear? So in order to form the image, also we require whatever the movement of this element, this arrangement, it might be in a two orientations. So one orientation is in x direction and other is in a y direction. Okay, now how it can be achieved? So the one direction, so there is a one cylinder, right? So cylinder can be rotated in a vertical direction. So also we can provide the direction of rotation So it can rotate in a cylindrical way. So there is from this we can get a one direction. So it is in a vertical direction, and the another direction is a movement of sensor, so which can be placed on a one rod. So the rod can move in a horizontal direction. Okay, so in this way we can get a two direction. So the sensor which is mounted on a rod can move in a horizontal direction, so that we can call as a x-axis, and the movement of a cylinder which can be rotated continuously, so it can provide the movement in a vertical direction, that is in a y direction. So we can get the two directions, one is the x direction and another is a y direction. So based on these two direction we can represent the image in two dimensions. Okay, in x-axis and in y-axis. Okay, so by making this arrangement we can form a two-dimensional image. Okay, everyone clear? Okay, how the image can be formed by using a single sensor? So in this case we can use a single sensor that is mounted on a rod. So that is called as a we can use a photodiode sensor. So always remember it, in order to generate an image, we require two displacements. One displacement in a vertical direction and another displacement in a horizontal direction. So in this case, the sensor which is mounted on a rod can provide the displacement in a horizontal direction, and the movement of cylindrical drum which can be continuously rotating can provide the displacement in a vertical direction. So we'll get the displacement in x direction also, and we get the displacement in y direction also. So as we get the displacement in two orientation, as in x and y, then we can generate a two-dimensional image. Okay, everyone clear it? समजतंय का? इमेजिनरी वाटतंय अजून?
Yes, sir. Getting.
Okay, so always remember it, in order to, everyone now listen carefully, always remember it, in order to generate any image we require the displacement in two direction. There is a some movement in x direction and there is a some movement in y direction. So we require a movement in x direction and y direction. So how we can achieve the movement in x direction and y direction? So here we can use a single sensor. So that sensor we can place on a one rod. So that rod can be move in a horizontal direction. Okay, so this horizontal direction can provide the orientation at the displacement in x-axis, and the movement of rod can be continuously rotating. So that can be provide the orientation or the displacement in y direction. So we can get the displacement in both directions. So in this way we can generate the two-dimensional image. Okay, but the disadvantage of this method is that, okay, so by using this method we can also generate the images, but the time required to generate the image is more. Okay, so to generate the image it can take a lot of time. So due to this we can use the another method that is called as a image acquisition by using a sensor strip. Okay, so the in first method, while using a first method we can also generate the image, but the disadvantage is that the process the time required to generate the image is too high. Okay, so it is a time lengthy process. So in order to get the image in immediate time, the single sensor can fails down. The method by using a single sensor cannot generate the image in a less time. So to generate the image in a less time, we can use a sensor strip. Okay, so as the sensor strip, what is meant by sensor strip? So it can having number of sensors. Okay, so in a first method we can use only a one sensor. So it might be a photodiode, but in this case we can use the number of sensors, and all the number of sensors can be mounted on a one strip, and that strip is called as a sensor strip. Then how many number of sensors can be used on this sensor strip? Okay, so in first method we can use only one sensor, but in this case we can use a 4,000 sensors, which can be mounted and combined on a single strip. Have you understand it? Yes. Yes. If there is a doubt, you can ask me. Okay, so in sensor strip, so what is the advantage of this method? We can combine the number of sensors, and all the number of sensors can be interconnected and combined, which are mounted on a one strip. So that strip is called as a sensor strip, and this sensor strip consists of more than 4,000 sensors. So as we compare the output, yeah, as we compare the quality of image, or also the time required to generate the image by using a single sensor and by using a strip of sensor. So obviously in strip of sensor, it can uses 4,000 sensors. So the time required to obtain the image is too low. In quick time, it can generate the image. So that is called as a sensor strip. Now, again, in order to generate the image, we have one criteria. So there should be a displacement in both direction, vertical direction and horizontal direction. So in this case also, we have a sensor strip. So the motion of sensor strip also we can indicate in a figure. It have a linear motion. So that is a motion is in vertical position, and the plane side of this sensor strip can provide the orientation or displacement in a other direction. Okay, now where the sensor strip can be used, what is the application of this thing? So if I have to capture the images from satellite, okay, or from aeroplane, so in that case we can use a sensor strip. So we can mount uh, our sensor strip in an aeroplane, right? So that direction of aeroplane is always in a vertical direction. Okay, so aeroplane can move in a vertical direction, and the area which can be captured from the sky to the earth. Now listen carefully how it can achieve the displacement in two direction. So as we use a sensor strip to capture the image from aeroplane, if we want to capture the images of earth or the particular part of earth, then we can mount a sensor strip on an aeroplane. So the one direction, that is a movement of plane. So the plane can be moved in a vertical direction, right? And another direction, it is a y-axis that can be obtained from the aeroplane to the earth, right? So in this case, we can achieve the two directions. Also, the sensor strip can be used in a medical field. So have you know the MRI scanning? MRI scanning बद्दल माहिती असेल तुम्हाला? Have you observed
Oh, sir. Oh,
MRI scan? Yeah, by using MRI, how we can capture the images. So in that case, also we can use a,
magnetic.
yes, by using a this arrangement. Also, we can look at a one figure. So there is a one cylindrical thing, and there is a one linear displacement. So it is our human body. So if we want to capture the inner part of our human body, so what is the basic difference between X-ray and MRI scanning? Okay. Anyone? What is the difference between X-ray image and MRI image? Okay, so by using MRI image, we can capture a very less part in our human body. So if there is a blockage in our nerve or in our various internal in our brains or internal part of body, so that can be captured by using X-ray. So the MRI can capture the very less part in our human body. So it is easy to identify the disease. So in MRI machine also we can use a sensor strip. So if you observe the structure of MRI machine, so it having a cylindrical structure, right? So on that inside of cylindrical structure there are there is a sensor strip. So this sensor can capture our body images. Okay, so if we want to capture the three-dimensional images, we can use a sensor strip. So the advantage of this sensor strip is in a less time it can capture accurate image and it having a higher quality also. Okay, so again there is a small disadvantage of this sensor strip is that sometimes it is not able to capture the whole part of the image. Means if we have to capture the total body image, so it can misplace the some part from the our body. So it is not able to capture the 100% image by using the sensor strip. So if it can capture the image by using a satellite. Okay, so it is also not able to capture all part of the earth or all part of the image that we have to capture. So we can miss some part. Okay, so to capture the 100% part of the image, we can use a sensor array. So that is called as a image acquisition by using sensor array. Okay, have you understood it? How we can use these three types? Okay, so as it completed, again we can summarize it. Okay, so the basic aim of sensor array is that if we have to capture Samir Pathan, what is the time of lecture? Okay, this time I allow you. Okay, so what is the purpose of a sensor array? So if we have to capture the 100% part of array, sorry, if we have to capture the 100% part of the image, then we can use a sensor array. So in this sensor array, we can use a number of sensor strips that can be interconnected to each other. So as we observe, there is a one image we can call as an array of image sensor. So in this case, we can use n different sensor strips, okay, and we can form a sensor array, right? So as we compare the second method and third method, so in this case, the single sensor strip consists of more than 4,000 sensors, and as we use the number of strips and we can form an array, then the number of sensors can be also increased. So by using this method, we can capture the total part of image. So as we take one example, so there is a one object. So on that object, the incident light can be falls on, and that object can reflect the light to the imaging system, and that imaging system can reflect this incoming light on a sensor plane. Okay, so as we observe here, we can represent the total part of the object, right? So it is the advantage of sensor array. So by using sensor array, we can represent, we can capture the 100% part of the image. So everyone clear these three types? Okay, so as we read the theoretical part of this by using notes, you can get more idea. But okay, we'll summarize the three methods. So the first method is by using a single sensor. So in single sensor, we can use only one sensor. Okay, so but the problem of this method is that the time required to capture the image is more. So in order to remove this disadvantage, we can use a sensor strip. So by using sensor strip, we can use the multiple sensors which are mounted on a single strip. Okay, so how many number of sensors? So the number is more than 4,000. Okay, but the disadvantage of this method is that it is not able to capture the 100% part of the image. Okay, so the application of sensor strip can be found in a satellites or in an aeroplane to capture the various areas of Earth, and also in a medical field to capture the MRI image of the human body. And the third method is an image acquisition by using a sensor array. So by using these, we can capture the 100% part of the image. So the sensor array nothing but the combination of number of sensor strips. Clear? And what is the sensor strip? It is the combination of number of sensors. Okay, have you understood these three methods? Yes? Okay, have you understood it? These three methods? A difficult time? Hello? हाँ समजतं का सगळ्यांना?
हो सर समजलं.
ओके जरा रिस्पॉन्स द्या. सगळं ऐकताय का? अदरवाइज आय विल टेक रॅन्डम नेम्स. ओके प्रतीक्षा रोल नंबर 25. What is the disadvantage of first method? Roll number 25, Pratiksha. Yes, if your response is not there, I will not mark your attendance. Roll number 4, Ashwini. Yes, if your response is like this, I will not mark your attendance. Roll number 18, Ashwini Patil.
Yes sir.
Tell me what is the disadvantage of first method? ऐकले का?
हो.
Then tell me the disadvantage of first method. 5, we cannot use first method. काय सांगितलं disadvantage? याचा अर्थ लेक्चर व्यवस्थित ऐकत नाही तुम्ही. Right?
It requires some more time to capture the image.
Okay, good. Roll number 39, Rushikesh. Rushikesh is there. Roll number 39. Okay, roll number 1, Renuka.
Yes sir.
In first method, now listen question carefully. In first method, how we can get the two directions? How we can get the displacement in two directions?
सर आवाजही नाही गेला ना. सर हॅलो.
आवाज मग लेक्चर तुम्ही कसं ऐकताय? ऐकू येतं का आवाज मला?
हॅलो. हॅलो.
ओके म्यूट युअर सेल्फ. बरं ठीक आहे, जरा सगळे प्रॉपर रेंज मध्ये कुठं जिथं रेंज व्यवस्थित येते तिथं रेंज मध्ये बसा. ठीक आहे, हा एखादा पार्ट मिस झाला तर तुम्हाला पुढचा पार्ट समजणार नाही. ओके, सो एव्हरीवन क्लिअर दिस थ्री टाइप्स. इझी आहेत. सो इफ वी study the theory notes, then you also get the idea. But our aim of lecture is that we have to clear the concept here itself. So can anyone tell what is the how we can achieve the displacement in two directions by using the single image sensor? Anyone? Yes, anyone? ठीक आहे, याचा अर्थ काय घ्यायचा मग? लेक्चर व्यवस्थित ऐकत नाही. Okay, once again, so listen everyone, I'll brief in only 2 minutes. So what are exactly the working of these three types? So the first type is a image acquisition by using single image sensor. So as the name indicates, it can use only one sensor to capture the image. So how we can capture the image by using this thing? So first we have a incident light. So the incident light is also in an analog format, and by using the sensing material, we can provide the output of image, so that image also in an analog format. So in order to bring back the image into the digital format, we can use a second structure. So in that structure, we can mount a one sensor on a one rod. So that rod can move in a vertical directions, and the rotation of the cylindrical dome can provide the displacement in y directions. So in this way, we can achieve the displacement in x direction and y directions. So as the displacement achieved in x and y direction, we can generate the image. But the disadvantage of this method is it requires more time to capture the image. So that's why we can use a sensor strip. And in sensor strip, we have a number of sensors. So it might be a more than 4,000 mounted on a one strip. That strip is called as a sensor strip. And the application of this thing, it can be found out in a satellites or in an aeroplane system or in a medical field to capture the three-dimensional image. But by using this method, we are not able to capture the 100% part of the image. So that's why we can use the sensor array. So the sensor array is the combination of number of sensor strips. Okay, so by using this, we can achieve the 100% part of the image. Okay, so मग आता आपण we can capture the image by using our digital camera. बरोबर आहे. मग कॅमेरा मध्ये जी काही लेन्स असते, सो इफ वी ऑब्झर्व द लेन्स, मग त्याच्यामधला जो काही सेन्सर आहे, सो दॅट इज कॉल्ड ॲज अ सेन्सर अरे. सो इन ऑर्डर टू कॅप्चर द मॅक्सिमम पार्ट ऑफ द इमेज, वी कॅन यूज अ सेन्सर अरे. मग तो आपल्या डिजिटल कॅमेरामध्ये जो काही सेन्सर अरे असतो, सो दॅट इज कॉल्ड ॲज अ CCD अरे. दॅट इज अ चार्ज कपल डिव्हाइस. So it is used in our digital camera. So it can work, yeah, it can be operate as a sensor array. So by using this, we can capture the maximum part of the image. So in our digital cameras, in our mobile phone cameras, right? So in our various different types of digital cameras, that can be helpful to capture the various objects on Earth or outside of Earth, right? So to capture the various images of galaxies, so this sensor array can be used. So in sensor array, we can use a one device. So that device is called as a charge couple device. Okay, so any doubt in this? Okay, have you clear today's part up to?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so in afternoon also we have one lecture at the time of EST lecture. The दुसऱ्यांच्या lecture ऐवजी आपलं lecture असेल. So at that time we can study the image sampling and image quantization. Okay.
Okay, sir.
समीर पठाण किती वाजता लेक्चरला जॉईन झाला? बरं ठीक आहे. आता अटेंडन्स पुट करताना अटेंडन्स सिक्वेन्स मध्ये पुट करा. कालच्या सारखी पुट करायची नाही. फर्स्ट रोल नंबर 1 to 10, 1 to 10 कम्प्लीट झाल्यानंतर 11 to 20 असं कम्प्लीट करा. आणि एका स्टुडंटने एकाच वेळेस रोल नंबर पुट करा. 3 वेळा नंबर पुट करायची काय गरज आहे का? ठीक आहे. सो सिक्वेन्सला नंबर पुट करा. सो इट इज इझी टू मार्क द अटेंडन्स. Okay, so start put your attendance. I'll stop the recording.